Hello, Smoky Valley. I'm Glen Suppes. It is March 18th and time for our daily update. Um, the coronavirus cases in the United States are nearly 8,000. Now, they're growing very rapidly over the last 3 or 4 days. Many people say the reason they're growing very fast right now is because we now have tests to determine those who have had it, and we weren't able to determine that before. But as the governor closed the schools, it seems like several days ago, it was just yesterday that I reported that to you. And that is a reason to try to mitigate that and to get students, parents, adults, and everyone to kind of stay in their own little place so that we don't spread so fast. That curve we talked about and continue to practice social distancing. We are waiting for the guidelines from the state. We've had a task force working on that for several days. They also have an implementation team overseeing that task force to help provide information to help school districts implement um, the plan that they're going to come up with. They have chosen 3 superintendents to be on that implementation team, and I am one of them, so I've been involved in Zoom meetings all day. Some of the points that I am trying to make as school districts across the stage are struggling to try to do this is to communicate hope to our kids. Keep the kids, again, connected to their classmates, other kids, and a caring leader, their teacher. We This is not a shotgun start. We say that we're going to start students on March 30th. Again, we're not sure it's going to be exactly that day, but we are going to roll out on or about March 30th. Um, and for everybody to remain calm. These are difficult times and they are far from over. We may have a long way to go and throughout the summer. Try to use platforms that teachers understand if we're doing this over the internet so that kids get it and parents are able to work with that. An internet issue is still an issue. Those of you that don't have internet, we're still working on that because I believe that will certainly be a part of that. Students will not be allowed into the schools other than the fact that we have to do some things on an individual basis, and that is to check out devices and allow students to come in to get items out of their locker, to clean that out. So we haven't forgotten about those. We're going to allow our teachers to be very creative. And as far as grading, this is not going to look like school that you have seen. That we transfer 6.5 hours of what you're doing on a daily basis to the computer, to home, to worksheets, to other possible things. This is a time where we're going to try to offer some additional kinds of things that we weren't able to do before. As we set our tone for the year, the priority of USD 400, number one, the health and safety of our kids. Number two, emotional well-being. And number three is the academic learning piece. We have never experienced anything like this before, and we know that students don't really understand it. Not just the little kids, but the sophomores, juniors, seniors. They're not real sure what's going on. We have just now, Keisha just announced, Kansas State High School Activity Association, that there will be no spring sports. We knew that was coming, but they just have made it official. And our teachers have some issues to deal with as well. They have to teach in a way that they've never taught before. This is a new redesign on the fly to determine how we're going to deliver instruction. We don't know that yet. We're working all day tomorrow, on Thursday, all day on Friday, and probably through the weekend. You will get more information, but just thank you for being patient and hanging with us. But I do want to share one thing from a teacher that was very unexpected from Smoky Valley. Wrote a letter to the administration today, and I won't use this person's name, but the teacher wrote, and a teacher that I did not expect to hear this from, I want you to know that I'm looking forward to the challenges that lie ahead. This is exciting and may change the landscape of public education in a way that could have never been imagined. I am confident that our staff has always and will rise to the occasion. I am going to consider this situation an opportunity to partake in a crazy, wild, and somewhat scary journey. I am also optimistic that those wonderful students of ours will amaze us with how they can handle this situation. One of the messages to the football players is about why life is so hard. The point of the message was, easy is its own reward. Hard is much finer. Well, this is going to be hard, so let's get to work Monday with great attitudes and enthusiasm. Our kids deserve the very best education we can provide them under the circumstances. Now that's a wonderful attitude. That's a USD 400 Smoky Valley teacher, and I know we have many more with the same attitude. We're going to take on some amazing challenges over the next few days as the teachers develop lesson planning for the next week and we start touching base with our kids once again, trying to bring them back together and hold our school year together. Final reminder, we have a special board meeting tomorrow night on Thursday the 19th. And because of the limit of 10, the number of people we can have in a room with the 6-foot distancing, will be practiced tomorrow. Our boardroom is much too small for that, so the board meeting is moved to the high school media center, but again, there can only be 10 people in there. So with the board members and the board clerk and myself and one presenter, we have to stream the meeting live. You'll be seeing a link on that. It will be at live.smokyvalley.org, the same place we stream all the basketball games. Thanks to Mike Rose for putting that technology together. And I want to tell that to our staff as well. The items on the agenda are updates on the COVID-19. Actually, not a lot of new things that I haven't already shared with you. The Kansas State Department of Education and the Kansas Department of Health and Environment guidelines, some other things that you have already heard about. Our plan of action, which will only have a partial plan of action, some of the work that we will be doing tomorrow, and about and the student continuous learning guidelines that we've heard tonight. So I want to tell our staff, if you want to tune in, go to live.smokyvalley.org. Our final item of action tomorrow would be to approve the staff salary and benefits that we're going to take care of. Now remember, staff, your roles are going to look much different. We'll be talking about that a little bit more on Monday and Tuesday as we bring together our bus drivers and our cooks and our secretaries and our paras, librarians. We have a lot of different people that will assume different roles, and I know they'll do it well. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.